Need high-quality video to promote your event, business, or band? We can help.
We're Pixel Pond, a video production team based in the Pacific Northwest, providing high-quality content to clients across the U.S. and Canada.
Whether you want coverage of your live event to promote for next year, or need a camera and a camera operator for your next big project, we can accommodate projects of all sizes.
Your story is important. Visit pixelpondllc.com or send an email to info@pixelpondllc.com to get started today. We can't wait to work with you.
Parental warning. This podcast contains references to foot fetishes, pornography, titties, flogging, safe words, nip-nips,
lingerie, big naturals, sex toys, vaginas, orgies, swingers, labia, flashlights, jacking off.
Actually, this show is f***ed. It's all f***ed. Just don't even bother. Please podcast responsibly.
This time on Gamers Week Podcast. Monday's movie-focused Nintendo Direct delivered the final trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie while revealing new members of its cast, including Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, as Yoshi. They did release the popcorn buckets for the movie, and there is a Yoshi popcorn bucket.
The popcorn bucket is kind of cute.
I'm super excited, though, for Donald Glover. I love him. He's great. He's probably one of my favorite actors. So, what?
Ducks in Disguise says, the highest of high-class orgies. Everyone put your keys in the Yoshi bucket.
Yoshi bucket. Well done. Well done.
That was great.
That's the comment of the night.
Yeah. You fucking did it. You have 3 days to cancel your subscription to giantisfeed.com or stop it tonight to resubscribe. Oh my God.
What?
Did it. You son of a bitch. You did it.
So jokingly, I said to Donnie that our notification should say, you have blah, blah, blah to cancel your subscription to giantisfeet.com.
Oh.
And the son of a bitch did it.
Take Glitches says, hello, operator. I'm here to renew my feet subscription. I mean, for a friend.
Sure, aunties. Sure. It's just for a friend.
I suppose your friend wants the premium Giantess feet subscription where you get to like pick their nail polish color and stuff.
Was it a webcam too? I didn't know that. Man, they're really expanding these days.
Do you think there's a foot model out there with like...
Oh,
No, that is getting cut and you're going to stop right now.
Right.
Or we're going to talk about and you're going to regret it.
Oh, why did you do that? Oh.
Nope, that's okay. Nope, I should not.
No.
See, you should know better.
Oh, fudge.
I'm sorry, Frank. I'm sorry, everyone. Look, the number just went down. That's your fault.
On that note, welcome to Gamers Week Podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, worst, and weirdest headlines of the past week in the video game industry. This is episode 203, and today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. My name is donniegretro, and I am not alone, as you can see. With me, I have my two gracious co-hosts, Ryan and Blue. Ryan, how are you guys doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the great introduction.
You are. This is the premium content that you get from Donnie G. I apologize, people. Blue, how are you doing this evening?
Not well.
Not well. Okay.
I feel like it throws off the whole vibe of the show when we don't get good introductions.
I know, but like I said, I did not realize I was hosting this evening.
Blue shows up late. Donnie fucks up the intro.
I'm not late. We're live on time.
I have not had a chance to sit down and do the uncut. So if I would have, yes, I would have had something prepared for tonight. I apologize.
You'll be flogged later. It's fine.
It's a Swedish chef getting flagged. What's your safe word?
Remember the days of sitting cross-legged on the floor in front of the TV playing Double Dragon or Gunstar Heroes? If you try to do that now, your back would crumple like a paper machine run over by a Mack truck. That's why we are proud to announce Blacklight as a new sponsor here on Gamers Week. Blacklight is not just creating gaming chairs, they're building a movement for healthier, freer, and more inspired play, work, and creation. Your comfort deserves to evolve with you. For listeners of the show, Blacklight is offering a 15% discount using coupon code GWP26. Visit blacklight.com/Gamersweek podcast or follow the link in the show notes. And Blacklight is spelled BLACKLYTE.
That's how you know it's a far cooler and younger aiming brand than our
edgier.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into our reviews, reactions, and requests for the week. Juice260 says, I think a lot of the response to High Guard had to do with how much the internet loves drama. I don't think the game would have set the world on fire or anything, but YouTube's echo chambers went hard on that game. People already had their minds made up that the game was dead a month before it even released.
And I think it's because of their choice to be the last thing that came out. Like, oh, well, this is going to be something good. This is going to be something cool. And it just didn't hit well. So I think that created that narrative. And then, yeah, sure. I'm sure a lot of people got a lot of clicks and a lot of views on YouTube by voicing that opinion. So I don't think that they're wrong necessarily, but I will say High Guard itself wasn't immune to the reason why this whole drama existed. I mean, they chose to pick the best spot. And if you're going to do that, you better be willing to back it up, especially when they basically ghosted everybody after that too.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they chose it or Keeley offered it to them and you would have to be crazy to turn it down.
That's true. That's true.
So we don't really know. But I think what it comes down to is like Juice260 says, it was never going to set the world on fire. So I think really what you were looking at is a slow death or a quick death. As it turned out, they got the wrong kind of attention and they got a quick death. But for a free-to-play game that was relying on microtransactions, probably the end result would have been the same regardless. It just would have stretched it out and prolonged the inevitable had the echo chamber, YouTube echo chamber, not targeted them so hard.
Good old echo chamber.
Hello. Hello. Hey.
It was only two. There you go.
Next up, Matthew Kane says, High Guard was mediocre. My biggest issue was that it felt like a bunch of different multiplayer ideas kind of crammed into a single player game. But also 3v3 on the map sizes they chose meant you didn't engage with the enemy team until a quarter or halfway through the match. That is kind of horrible.
That was one consistent piece of feedback that I heard over and over again, even from people who enjoyed the game, was the map should be shorter or there should be more teams because you spend a lot of the game kind of farming things and item gathering or whatever, and you don't actually get around to playing until the match was at least halfway over.
Right. That's insane.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's got a big map then. Jesus.
Even on a free-to-play game.
That's like throwing 6 people on a Fortnite map is what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And our very own Michael Lekite says, RGB is correct. The Aliens movie quote was from the director's cut, not the theatrical edition. I'd also like to say bloody brilliant job with adding the scene from the movie during Donnie's read. It warmed my black heart. So I haven't heard last week's episode. Are you trying to tell me that you cut out my glorious rendition of that scene and overplayed it with the actual scene dialogue?
No.
Quite the opposite.
And I am insulted. You would think that.
I am not surprised he would think that.
Well, after reading what I just read, it kind of like the wheels are spinning. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
You can listen to it and apologize to me later.
I will do that.
Okay.
Get on your knees and tell me.
I'm over the moon for you.
Yes, I want an apology like that.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our patron shoutouts.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. Crunchy Kong, John Metroid, Frank Grande, Love Retro BTW, Steven Sand, Ramboski, Terry Kinnair, Don't Make Me Pull This Car Over. The best part of waking up is games with coffee.
In your butt.
Hybrid Divide, You Fall Before Me. You're waking up different than me. The Let's Play Princess, La Shorty, the Pixel Pawn family, including Shannon and Luke, and the Skee Ball Daddy, Zach, a.k.a. Old Cluster Nuts, Puzzle Butter, Number One, Blue Sick Voice Chan, John Barron, Sassy Sony, Evo Lust, Cyrum. Need a little more boing in your doing? Well, I sure do. Then head to your nearest gas station for some Angry Sasquatch brand male enhancement pills. Mega Retro Man, Gamatroid, Moradib, Michael. All right, sweethearts, you heard the man and you know the drill. Assholes and elbows. Hudson, come here. Come here. Lakite, Emo-esque, Bill Tucker, you know the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Fruitcakes, I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. Pickled Pepper, Ducks with Thick Thighs, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Bobs and Dugnut, Blues Little Sis, Perler Daddy, Retro Blast Pat, B&T Zilla Guy, The Mad Milkman, and Seven Castle Forest. If you like what you hear today, and we really hope you do, please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing, like prizes and giveaways. You'll also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes to learn more.
A-Pawn is the best character in that entire movie.
Absolutely.
Hands down. Right?
All right. You heard the man, and you know the drill. Assholes and elbows. Hudson, come here. Come here.
Oh, sure.
I don't have the right bass in my voice to do the justice. I tried.
Smoke a pack a day, and there you go.
Blue Sick Voice will come around again. It's just a matter of time.
There you go. And when that happens, we have to find appropriate movie quotes for you to do.
I agree.
I'm sure Michael Lakite will be happy to oblige.
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
Mostly. New. My name's New. I like that. That's a new.
You sound like the old guy from Family Guy.
That's new. Oh, that's
they mostly
new.
come at night. Mostly.
If Family Guy hasn't done that gag, then they need to.
All right, let's take a look at this week's headlines.
All right, this headline segment is proudly sponsored by Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things. And right now, they're ranking every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week, they've got a trivia question for us. What is the first arcade game to feature full parallax scrolling with 3 separate background layers scrolling at different speeds? Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes.
I don't know what parallax scrolling is.
It's basically the idea is that it's layered backgrounds. So you know, like, for example, in Mega Man, you know how you've got like the, standard pane in which you play on, and in the background, like the background doesn't move as much. So like things that are off in the distance don't move as much. Right. So that's kind of where it is. So it makes it feel like it's real, like the
Perspective.
Yeah, it's like a perspective, right?
Okay. Perspective.
And which I have no clue.
I had no clue either, for the record.
Yeah.
And this is okay. So the earliest video game,
Arcade game.
Arcade game. Okay.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me off too.
While Donnie is thinking, I'll go ahead and plug that I was a guest on this week's episode of Absolutely the Best Podcast, and we talked about the movie City of Lost Children. I think one nice or interesting touch of when the green mist is floating around the town is it passes this woman with absolutely giant knockers, and she is clearly not wearing a bra because nobody swims and nobody wears bras in this city.
It's
also,
a very French film.
It's a very French film, and she turns and kind of scurries away, and they're just like,
Yep. And she's not asleep, so it's not interested in her huge knockers.
right.
That was a great note there.
Massively nipping as well.
Turkey's done.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I do need to watch that 4K version.
So
Nice.
Okay.
check that out.
Very nice.
No, Galaga Defender, that was one dimensional. It didn't have anything.
Yeah.
That was not, didn't show depth. The
I think I'm like Rygar or something like that. Like I have no freaking clue. Like that's
I think I got it.
What?
It's one that I mentioned either last week or a couple weeks ago. It was one of my earliest memories of playing an arcade game, and that game is Moon Patrol.
Oh, okay. You did.
Because I remember specifically the card bouncing, it bounces up slow, or you can control, I thought, like how high or how fast it jumped. And it was like it's basically a side scroller, but you have stuff happening in the background. I remember that.
You are correct. Zach was trying to test how well you remembered the game.
Ooh, man. Dirty dog, you.
Good job. You have retained your Moon Patrol card.
Woohoo! All right, first up, despite last month's upheaval in Xbox leadership and the ensuing panic among gamers, the company appears to be doubling down on its commitment to consoles. Well, sort of. Microsoft has confirmed that the next Xbox is in development. Dubbed Project Helix, the device is described as a next-generation console that can play your Xbox and PC games. And a recently resurfaced report suggests that Microsoft has been pursuing the idea of Project Helix for a decade or longer. From the description, it appears Xbox will be directly competing with the upcoming Steam machine rather than going head-to-head with its usual rival, the PlayStation 6, which seems to be sticking to the more traditional console route according to early reports. Today at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, Microsoft held a panel discussion during which Xbox Next Gen VP Jason Ronald announced that the alpha versions of Project Helix dev kits will begin to go out to developers in 2027. The ambition of Project Helix is to meet players where they are, Ronald said. We're breaking down the barriers between console and PC games for more seamless cross-device play, and we're making the Xbox experience consistent across screens. This also gives developers a simpler, more unified path to reach more players while helping reduce development costs, he explained. Of course, one of the big unanswered questions about Project Helix is how much it will cost. Analysts are predicting a price point between $999 and $1,200. Project Helix is coming to market under the leadership of new Microsoft Gaming CEO Asha Sharma, who is taking over for the departed Xbox boss Phil Spencer. Drink. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has countered concern among gamers by saying Microsoft is long on gaming. We'll continue to invest and will always do so, Nadella said in an internal Q&A. It's up to this team to show an excellence in execution. That's a nice Bret the Hitman Hart reference. And creativity. Software always carries risk, but this is software with lots of creation risk. It's way different and more better, but yet we have to be the best in class at it.
I said, I'm okay with that becoming a thing.
More better.
More better.
Hashtag more better.
Yeah. So Ducks in Disguise says, until the RAM-pocalypse subsides, I'm not buying new hardware.
I completely agree.
No thanks.
Essentially $1,000 to $1,200 early estimates, and that's assuming nothing changes between now and whenever this releases. Dev kits aren't going out till 2027. So when are we going to actually see this thing? 2029?
At least.
That's right. Alpha dev kits are going out 2027.
Right. So yeah, 2029 is probably your earliest you'll see this.
Yeah. So maybe that's time enough for the RAM-pocalypse to subside, or maybe it just ramps up and gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
That's definitely a possibility. It's funny to me that we've been for years been like, you know what? Just going to make things smaller, more accessible. It's going to be more online. Dongle. And now they're going the opposite direction. Let's give you a prefab PC instead. Okay.
I kind of wonder if the Steam machine getting announced kind of forced their hand.
I agree. I think that's it, because they don't want to be seen as copying Gaben's homework here.
I suppose. I mean, if it's true that they kind of are. But if it's true that they've been working on this for a decade and haven't been able to pull it off until now, and is like RAM has never been more expensive. So now is when you decided to do it. It's got to be because of the Steam machine. But even announcing it now, assuming the Steam machine still comes out this year like it's planning, that puts the Steam machine first to market. Xbox is going to have to catch up.
I mean, it does put them in a position to see where the Steam machine fucks up and where it succeeds, so that they can trim the fat and just do it the right way. potentially. But then again, it's Microsoft, so yeah.
Saying
Faith in
2.0.
that, right?
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Simon is asking, is there any concrete Helix info or is it all speculation? In their GDC conference today, it was mainly like dev focused.
Right.
It was not consumer facing official announcement of the thing. So there really wasn't, if you're looking for like specs or something like that, it's not in there.
TK85 says, just package every Helix with a Kinect. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Yeah, I've got a Kinect sitting right there on top of this GX TV that I have, and I've used it like once.
I'm proud of you for using it once.
The pack-in will be a Star Wars game where you have to use the lightsabers.
Yeah, the lightsaber.
Yep.
So if they've been working on this for a decade, that means that right after the Xbox One came out,
Yeah, one.
then they started like thinking about doing this. Does anybody else think that this is a horrible idea to go up against a titan who has that particular area of the gamerverse just cornered?
In a way, yes. But they also, I mean, for them at least, they have more experience in the product market than Steam does. Let's be honest. Steam came out with the handheld, and they did very well with that. But that was like their first foray into it. Xbox has been doing it for a while. So I would at least imagine that they understand the business a little bit better, probably understand the logistics of it a little bit better. But still, to your point, it's going to be straight up competition for a marketplace that has really easily accessible games. I mean, like what you're running into with the Switch 2 when it first came out. It was like, oh, look, there's a bunch of games and most of them are remakes from the last console.
Yeah.
Yay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can literally plug in and get hundreds of thousands of games with the Steam machine. So
Yeah, and assuming that you can get Game Pass on the Steam machine and that you can access Steam on whatever this is, then it becomes essentially a head-to-head competition of the boxes, the likes of which we've really not seen before because the concept of an exclusive just goes out the window.
right.
So it's going to be completely dependent on specs and price point. All things being completely equal, I'm still going a Steam machine because I don't trust Microsoft and I don't want their AI bullshit and their bloatware.
100%.
Everything's Copilot, right?
Right.
Because apparently Cortana didn't work out well enough for them.
That's right. It was Cortana.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
That's Copilot.
Yeah.
Next is Kaput.
Well done. Well done. So, I mean, that's it. I think the one thing we were talking about with the Steam machine is if it's something that you can upgrade over time, then I don't think that Microsoft has a whole leg to stand on. If you can upgrade it, then Microsoft's going to get in and be like, look at the new specs we got. There's even more rays to trace, you know?
Yeah.
So that might be it. But if Steam is smart and they see the competition coming, make their shit upgradable so I can put in a different graphics card or more RAM or whatever.
What's funny to me is that in the 90s, in the early 90s, with consoles like the Panasonic 3DO, the Philips CDI, the Neo Geo, those things were 500 plus.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 700 plus. And that was an astronomical amount back in the 90s. And now we're seeing the Steam machine talking about debuting at $1,000. Xbox's Helix is now talking about debuting over $1,000. To me, that's still a hell of a lot of money.
It is.
In $2026.
It is.
So
it's an investment.
How do you expect people to open their wallets, especially in the current environment where everything is astronomical? How do you expect them to get on board with this?
So then who becomes the cheap gaming company?
It's still the Switch. It's still the Switch. But no, I think that's an excellent point because at the end of the 90s, we saw those really premium high-end consoles that were trying to cater to the people who were more impressed with tech, and those failed spectacularly because nobody could afford them, or the people who did because there weren't enough games to go with them to really make that purchase worthwhile. So in theory, the Steam machine avoids that. Well, in theory, they both do by having their streaming services where, you know, it's Steam and Game Pass. But I think it's still remains to be seen, the lessons of the late 90s in those premium consoles. Can you really go for those people who have that much extra income and trust that they're going to keep your product afloat versus the average person who wants something affordable?
It's like this weird compromise where like no one's happy. Trying to be more accessible, but by doing so, it prices you out of the people that you would normally sell to, the ones that you have brand loyalty with, to put you into a price point of people who could not care less about your machine because they've got one that's twice as much jam-packed with the latest tech in it. So there's like nobody that sits in the middle I think for a reason. Yeah, I mean, good luck, Microsoft. Hope things work out for you. I think Puzzle Butter actually spot on. She said, I think if I wanted to get out of the gaming biz, but made it look like it was working not to lose investors in the interim, I would, quote unquote, resurrect a 10-year-old project that didn't plan on going anywhere, really. Not to sound cynical. You don't sound cynical at all, Puzzle.
Yeah.
And I think the way this is laying out, it actually puts Sony in a really, really interesting position of being king of the high-end true console market. Right. But in that environment, you really better make sure that these exclusives that you're so proud of are worth buying a console for.
Absolutely.
100%. That's what's going to keep people coming to your console time and time again and not straying.
But you still got to have access to a much bigger library. It's not lining up. The dominoes aren't falling necessarily in their direction. But who knows? Now that Microsoft is like, hey, we're going to go into PCs. Yeah. They might be like, pivot.
And that's where I think it might have been a smart move by Sony, is that maybe they did get wind of this and they said, oh, well, if Xbox is going to pivot towards PC play, then we don't need to make our stuff available. Yeah. Let them go fight the PC Titan. We'll just slowly corral our stuff back over to our own console and say, hey, come on, you guys, we've been around since the 90s. You know us, you love us. We're not going anywhere. Come play our stuff.
I would bet money that each of these companies pays people to go and get employed at the others.
Like clandestine.
Corporate spies.
I love it.
Next up, Monday's movie-focused Nintendo Direct delivered the final trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie while revealing new members of its cast, including Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, as Yoshi. The trailer itself is relatively straightforward, putting the spotlight on Bowser Jr. as he begins his plot to save his papa from the Mario Brothers. We see Princess Peach's castle ripped from the Mushroom Kingdom as Bowser reclaims his spot as the ruler of the Koopa army before getting a first look at Super Mario Bros. 2 villain Wart. Really? Ooh, but the biggest surprises actually revolve around its cast. Illumination's Chris Meledandri, there we go. Chris Meledandri made an appearance during the Nintendo Direct to put theories concerning Yoshi's actor to rest by announcing that Glover will play Mario's green dinosaur companion in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's a twist not many expected, even after the internet did its best to figure out the name behind the familiar voice featured in previous trailers. Other new cast additions are Luis Guzman as Wart.
Yep.
Oh, the Batwing! Oh, you got me! That's very important.
So veiny.
Other new cast additions are Luis Guzman as Wart, who gets just a few seconds of screen time in the trailer, as well as Issa Rae as Honey Hive Galaxy's Honey Queen. Since September of last year, we've been taking various initiatives for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary, Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto said during the Nintendo Direct. This movie will be the centerpiece of the anniversary. We hope you enjoy Mario and Friends' new adventure on the big screen. The Super Mario Galaxy movie hits theaters on April 1st, 2026. I didn't realize that there was a new trailer for it. I did not get to watch the Nintendo Direct. Does Yoshi have any speaking lines?
Not in this one, which kind of surprised me.
Okay.
And it surprised me, I guess. I mean, it's an opportunity to put a celebrity name into the movie, so why not give him a voice? But I always just kind of assumed Yoshi's voice was like a sound effect. He wouldn't have needed a voice actor.
It's like the time South Park gave George Clooney a voiceover credit for the dog.
Right, exactly.
Simon asks, is he just going to make Yoshi noises? And
then
I don't know.
Crank the pitch up so it's high. Yeah. I don't know. Andes Glitches says, I'm super excited for the Mario Galaxy movie. It looks far better than I could have imagined.
I can't see said kind of like Groot. Yeah, putting Vin Diesel as Groot.
Yep. I did watch the trailer, and I was actually kind of surprised because it seems very serious.
But the question I have for you, Blue, is you've been cynical of this the entire time because you were cynical of the first one. Are we still cynical?
They're just not for me. I don't begrudge anyone who loves them. They're full of fan service. I was just bored out of my mind in the first one, so I didn't finish it. I'm sorry. I know. Hate me all you want.
Okay.
And I'm sure that this will also make $17 billion, and people will see it in theaters 20 times. And
that's a new number.
I think it will be very successful and very beloved.
Now, they did release the popcorn buckets for the movie, and there is a Yoshi popcorn bucket.
The popcorn bucket is kind of cute.
I
so that was the movie. I don't know. I came for the bucket and I left.
I think it's like I'm probably going to go and take my kids to go see this in the theaters, and I need to find out which cinema is going to have this particular popcorn bucket. There's also the Bowser's Cauldron mini popcorn bucket, which I don't really see just yet. But the Yoshi popcorn bucket, I think I would love to have.
It is super cute. And I kind of like, I don't know about the popcorn bucket phase as a whole or trend or whatever. They just seem kind of ridiculous. You put them on a shelf and like, what are they for after you you post it on social media and you look what I got. And then after that, what do you do with it?
I can tell you the one for Dune. There's things to do afterwards.
Okay. Well, but aside from the others, I hope you're not doing that to Yoshi.
Well, he doesn't have anything that you could do like that.
But there's a will, there's a way, my friend.
Yeah. just MacGyver that shit.
Oh my God, are you going to see that on social media? Like a Yoshi flashlight made out of that. Oh God, get him on that.
Golden says extra butter with the Dune bucket. But in response to your question about what do you do with these popcorn buckets, I think something like the Yoshi bucket, once you see it, you could probably wash that out and maybe put some M&Ms or some other type of candy in that particular bucket and set it out, and just like, oh, passing by. Oh, okay. I want to reach inside Yoshi, grab a couple M&Ms. There you go.
Oh, no. You don't put food in the Yoshi popcorn bucket. Like, keep it in the plastic, please, and I'll just take it.
Oh, you wanted to just grab it and then bring it home and put it on the shelf so that in 40 years, when you were about ready to pass on, you say, oh, I've got this antique Yoshi bucket. I'll take $1 million for it.
Well, I more meant in 40 years when Social Security is up in flames and there's nothing left, then I would be able to sell it and buy groceries.
Right. That's exactly what I just said.
It's going to be outlawed because it's made out of plastic in 40 years.
Okay.
No, because you can sell it on the black market like her liver.
Silk Road will still be around. Ante says, reach inside Yoshi?
Yeah.
I'm super excited, though, for Donald Glover. I love him. He's great. He's probably one of my favorite actors. So, what?
Ducks in Disguise says, the highest of high-class orgies. Everyone put your keys in the Yoshi bucket.
Yoshi bucket. Well done. Well done.
That was great.
That's the comment of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh.
So now I definitely need one of these popcorn buckets.
And last up, ever since Sony announced the original God of War trilogy was getting the remake treatment, there has been one question being asked louder than the others. Will the remakes include the original's infamous sex minigames? The minigames were essentially quick-time events, a short but not too short series of button presses while the camera pans away and players can hear the women moaning. It can be argued that the minigames are a perfect example of the M-rated excess the industry often aspired to in the post-GTA 3 glow of the 2000s. A display of male fantasy where topless women can just as easily be crushed inside the gearworks of a massive door to prop it open as they can be casually bedded. Many over the years have naturally assumed these games were created by male developers. However, it turns out that they were actually designed by women. Gotcha. Elena Pierce, who was a writer at Sony Santa Monica for several years and worked on God of War Ragnarok, has shed more light on the sex minigames. When you walk into, I think it's Aphrodite's chamber, this was designed to look like a labia. Like it's literally designed to be evocative of a vagina. I feel like a lot of people didn't notice that. I worked with one of the women who worked on these, and she was very proud of it. Ultimately, Pierce believes the God of War sex games should still be included in the upcoming remakes, adding that she doesn't think the minigames were disrespectful to women, and they are quite critical of who Kratos is as a person, and the rage is clearly not fulfilling to him. The game, she said, actually served the journey Kratos ends up going on in the Santa Monica reboots, which kicked off in 2018's God of War.
I just feel like it's a scene in the first Deadpool where he's like, oh man, is it sexist if I hit you? Is it sexist if I don't hit you? And then he just like pulls a gun out and shoots her. You know?
GoldenEye says, well, time to boot up God of War and confirm this.
Right. I had no idea.
I think it's the God of War, the third one. It's you walk into Aphrodite's chambers and the back is adorned with like these pink curtains draped in just a particular way.
What kind of curtains?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Roast beef.
But I wondered this myself. That was actually the first thing I thought of when they were remaking the original trilogy. I was like, ooh, I bet those sex minigames have not aged well. What are you going to do with them? If you leave them out, there will be a stink. If you put them in, there will be a stink.
I don't know. I think the younger generation is much more sex positive than I think we were growing up. You know, like Gen Z doesn't seem to be bothered by sex as much as Gen X and millennials, because I think we all were having the sex. We just didn't like to talk about it. Or
I think we like to talk about it. We were told not to.
But, you know, nonetheless, there's that a little pearl clutching compared to what I think if you were to walk into a Gen Z conversation, right, I think you would be like, holy shit, these kids know way more than I did back then.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And that's probably why these games, as it says, were a little more than just quick time events where you don't actually see anything.
Right.
But it felt very like edgy and...
I think it was because you were still trying to figure out what you could get away with in video games. Sure. You know, there were these the very early games like back in the Atari age. And Ryan, you've got, you know, some of these games too where you couldn't see anything. It was implied, but you couldn't see anything. Leisure Suit Larry, classic example. It was implied, you couldn't see anything. Same thing is happening in God of War. It's implied, you can hear it. You can see the screen shaking and everything like that and the sounds and everything, but you can't see it.
I think they should just show it this time around. Right? And you know what? At the beginning of the game, it says, you cool with porn? Are you over 18?
You super duper promise you're over 18?
Right.
And then why do you keep missing these button pushes? Are you distracted by something?
That's why they made them only require one hand, you know?
Yeah.
Are you left or right-handed?
I don't object to it as long as it's part of the as long as it flows well as part of the story. If you're just putting it in there to get a rise out of people, I could do without it. But if it's part of the story, if it makes me feel like this is part of who Kratos is and it amplifies that, sure, by all means.
And honestly, when it comes down to it, I mean, Baldur's Gate has a ton of sex in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So it's not like it's not in modern games.
I don't think it's the sex implied or anything else that people are upset about. It's the general misogyny behind the sex. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Like as it kind of says in this particular one where he's visiting Aphrodite, right before he goes in and meets Aphrodite in her vagina chamber, he throws a topless woman into the gearworks of the door and crushes her to death, and then just kind of casually like, whatever, and goes to meet Aphrodite. And so it's the male power fantasy, blah, blah, blah. And I think there's some credit to that, but I think it also, the game is clearly showing that Kratos is not a nice guy.
Right.
He's not shown in a good light, like ever. And the end of 3, I think it was, is basically where he comes to that conclusion. Like his life is empty. This revenge path that he's been on has led him nowhere, and he's not happy with who he's become.
And he's very what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't discriminate against man or woman. He treats them both equally. So he can easily throw a man as much as a female into those gears and destroy them. So
he's an equal opportunity murderer.
Exactly.
But they put a woman there, and she's topless because of reasons.
Right.
Because you expected that mostly young men would be playing the game, I guess.
So Simon asks, should they enhance the mini games and add some quality of life upgrades to bring them up to modern standards, like VR or motion controls? And I could see that where it's like, okay, you've got the haptic suit on, you've got the VR thing, and you're just like, go faster. You're like, oh, my back, I can't. Well, sorry, you lost the mini game.
I really hope somebody walks in on you while you're doing that.
He's got the Dune popcorn bucket sitting on his desk. We just can't see. Puzzle Better says vagina chamber or vajamber.
As
one says. I think vajamber. You're right. I missed that one.
I was going to say vagina chamber almost sounds redundant, but.
Oh, man, the parental warning on this episode is going to be a doozy.
Yep. Parental warning.
It's all
So I'll just put that. It's don't listen to it.
That's the title, episode 203. It's all. All right, let's go ahead and move along to our top 3 new releases.
All right. First up is Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly Remake, out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. The full remake of the second installment in the Fatal Frame series. This Japanese-style horror adventure game follows twin sisters who become lost in an abandoned village haunted by vengeful spirits. Fight ghosts using the camera obscura, a device that can capture and seal away the impossible. This title has undergone a complete overhaul with improvements to everything from visuals and audio to the core gameplay systems and controls.
Dux is hitting. He's batting 1,000 tonight.
Dux is on fire tonight. Magical Titty Wizard and the Vajamber of Wonder.
Oh my god.
That's the title of Magical Titty Wizard 5.
Bazinga.
Okay. Next up is Greedfall, The Dying World, out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Return to the lands of Gakane, I forget.
Sure.
In this story-driven action RPG set 3 years before the events of the first title, you play as a Donigod, a sage who serves the clan, but your destiny is upended when invaders from the old continent capture you and threaten your people with extinction. Explore a foreign land, recruit allies, and become a master strategist. When faced with belligerent men and ferocious creatures, sometimes violence is the only way. And last is Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. The third entry in the Monster Hunter Stories RPG series is here. Azuria and Vermeil, 2 countries on a path to destruction. When all hope seems lost, an egg is found. Inside is a Rathalos, a species thought to be extinct. But this quavering light of hope is quickly extinguished. Born from the egg is not a single Rathalos, but twins, bearing the sky scale marking that harkens back to the disastrous civil war of 200 years prior. 2 countries and 2 Rathalos, buffeted by the winds of fate, set out on a journey for the truth.
Twins, Basil, twins.
So out of these 3, what are you in for, Brian?
So I have a moratorium on all things Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was recommended to me by someone that I would rather not talk about. So
that's not Monster Hunter's fault.
Yeah, sorry. No, it's called Collateral Damage, and Monster Hunter has taken the brunt of it. But I refuse to play a Monster Hunter game. So, which brings up Fatal Frame. It looks cool in the sense that it's definitely one of those horror games, jump scares kind of games that. Could be very entertaining, but I don't get the mechanic of it. And I assume that was probably the same thing. Fatal Frame, right? Everything's in the little frame or whatever. But it was confusing to me because I didn't know what was going on. And second, if your voiceover is really high pitched and you're constantly, it's the Leon kind of voiceover, I'm out. Right. I cannot handle it. I'm sorry. Maybe some other people can, but that to me, it just ear piercing. Which leads me to Greedfall. This one kind of looks Baldur's Gate-esque, I think. It's not made by Larian, correct?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It's a AA studio. Spiders, gotcha. I think, is what it's called.
Because it felt very Baldur's Gate 3. Even like some of the characters looked like some of the characters from Baldur's Gate 3. So, I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot, but the action RPGs are just usually not for me. So, again, Snacks, I'm trying to keep true to you, man. The games I would absolutely buy this week are none.
All right.
Yep.
What about you, Donnie?
Let's see. One, add the 4 square root of table, divide by Cheez-It. 0. I'm going with 0 this week. I've never been a Monster Hunter fan. That's not my kink. Greedfall, The Dying World does not look interesting to me at all. Looks like they're trying to mix the Revolutionary War with mythical creatures. Yeah, no thanks. Fatal Frame 2, like I might have been interested in, but I don't know. I don't know if I could get behind playing a Japanese schoolgirl. I don't know. I'd have to see more gameplay before really saying anything about Fatal Frame 2, but as it stands right now, none of them.
Tough crowd tonight.
Mm-hmm. Blue, what about you?
So I will agree, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I've never been able to really get into Monster Hunter. I think we have discussed before on the show that we've been told that you really need to have somebody who loves Monster Hunter be with you while you are introduced to Monster Hunter. And that's probably the case, but it always just seemed just kind of like really busy for a game at its heart where you have a big sword that you swing around. Mm-hmm. So perhaps I need somebody to show me the wonders of Monster Hunter, but for now, it's not really my thing. Greedfall, The Dying World. So I got a free copy of the first Greedfall, and I was asked to review it. And it had a lot of really good ideas in there. But ultimately, I found the gameplay to be really clunky and really broken. And so I can't say that I enjoyed it, even though, like I said, there were a lot of great aspects of that game. I would give it a B-, and for a AA studio, I think overall it was a positive, and it obviously made enough money that they could go on and make this second one. So on the one hand, it would be interesting to see what the studio has learned since then and in the ways they've improved this second title. Mm-hmm. But I don't really want to. Which brings me to Fatal Frame 2. The Fatal Frame series is pretty beloved among horror fans. I've never played any. The mechanic seems kind of interesting. You have to take pictures of ghosts, and they have like little red spots, like vulnerable spots that pop up. And the more of them that you can get in the frame of the camera, the bigger hit and more damage you will do to the ghost. I've never played a game like that. It sounds interesting. And a remake makes it really easy and accessible. So of these 3 titles, that's the one I'm going for this week.
Very nice.
All right. We have a winner.
We did also ask the patrons for which of these 3 they wanted to buy. Fatal Frame 2 got 30% of the votes. Greedfall got 20%. Monster Hunter got 15%. But the winner was none of this shiitake mushrooms at 35%.
Hoover, damn.
So a third of the patrons agree with both of you.
As they should.
Right, they're correct.
Yeah, we are the oracles.
Are we?
Not you, Ryan and I.
Yeah.
You guys can't remember what we talked about a week ago.
Yes, that's how good our advice is. Once we give it, it's gone. We don't remember it. It's up to you.
Keep rolling with this. Whatever whatever Donnie says. Yeah, I agree. All right, before we move on, let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast. It's a fantastic, family-friendly retro gaming podcast, and each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. This week, they're doing a rewind of episode 2 from February of 2019. We're talking about Wings of Fury on Apple II, Sherlock Holmes, Consulting Detective on TurboGrafx CD, and the NES to PCE project, which is exactly like it sounds, porting NES games to the PC Engine. Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes. I love that project because there's such an expansion as far as the color palette is concerned between the NES and the PC Engine, that there are so many games that I think would have looked so much better on the NES. And if you think about it, a lot of the PC Engine games look and play like NES games, but NEC didn't do a great job about getting third-party developers to make games on the PC Engine. So library is smaller considerably, and same with the amount of development companies. So I think it's cool that they're bringing over some of those games. And one that I'm hoping that they do is the original Contra, the Famicom version that had all the extras in it too.
Yeah, I definitely believe that when you look at the comparison with the TurboGrafx 16 and the Super Nintendo and how bright those colors are, to have games from the original Nintendo brought over to the PC Engine look phenomenal. They kind of look diluted and washed out a little bit on the NES, but yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. I did not know that was on the TurboGrafx 16 CD. I have that for the Sega CD. It was actually a bundle that you could get. It was actually on the original Model 1 release. It came in a package bundle with a couple other games. And that game is kind of unique because it has some material, like a little mini newspaper, and you use that has clues. So in the game, like, you have to consult this little newspaper and stuff like that to help you along with the game. I haven't played that thing in like decades. I have it, but I haven't played it again in decades. I think I might give it a replay.
So are you screwed if you don't have the paper?
Yes, I believe so.
It's like, what was that game? It's RPG on the NES, and you got a letter from your uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Star Tropics.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Right. And then in order to figure out like the passcode for the game, you had to take that thing and dip it in water to reveal it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, totally cool. But also, if you're trying to find a complete in-box copy, getting the one with an actual letter in it is so hard.
That's a lost art, man. I wish.
Yeah.
And I think the problem now is that everything is digital. So if they're going to make a physical release, there's only a few companies that actually do it. And I refuse to go through one company ever again. And it just kind of sucks because I'm missing out on some cool stuff that could happen if they decided to go back with that route and use like a manual or a strategy guide bundled in.
Sure. I will say that when they ported it to, I think, the Wii and the Wii U for Star Tropics, it was a digital letter that you dipped in water. Yep.
A digital letter dipped in digital water.
Yep.
Not the same.
Definitely not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for trivia. Tonight's trivia is going to be a battle between Bluesif and Donaldo. And today's setup, I know we were talking about, certain questions are always catered towards one group versus the other. So what I tried to do is I tried to make these all out of left field. Things that I don't think either of you are going to know right off the bat. With that in mind, we've made every single one of these multiple choice. You got a 25% chance of getting it right unless you can use your deductive reasoning skills to figure out what is the correct answer. So 2 points for a correct answer, 1 point for a steal. Okay. And our categories for this evening are wacky history, food and drink, ninja vanish, and origin of phrases.
Oh my God.
Donnie, I believe you are going to be up first since you are not the trivia daddy. We are going to give the advantage to you to start. So
Okay.
I'll say a bid adieu to the chat, because I have to minimize you now.
Yes, I have my chat over here on OBS. I have it covered with our Zencaster, and then up over here I have our notes. There we go. So I will do Ninja Vanish.
Ninja Vanish. All right. So first question of Ninja Vanish is, which of the following was the actual term used in feudal Japan for covert agents commonly called ninjas? A, shinobi. B, ronin. C, daimyo. D, samurai.
It's not. No, it's not samurai. It's not ronin. Ronin were rogue. I think shinobi. I'm gonna go with A, shinobi.
That is correct. Donaldo gets the first 2 points. Let me go ahead. Actually, I meant to pull up a notepad with some scoring here. All right, so Donnie gets 2 points, and I actually have an explanation for all of these, by the way, because I'm a nerd and I like saying stuff like this. So,
Explain to me.
Perfect. So the word ninja is the modern reading of the Japanese character that blah, blah, blah. But historically, more commonly spoken was shinobi or shinobi no mono, meaning someone who sneaks or hides. These agents specialize in espionage, infiltration, sabotage, and intelligence gathering during Japan's feudal period.
Very nice.
All right, Blue, you're up.
I would also like a ninja question, please.
Ooh, ninja question. Okay.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Which of the following 4 was an actual weapon used by covert agents, known as shinobi, in feudal Japan? A chukuto, or a straight sword. B, a shuriken, or a throwing star. C, tekokagi, a clawed hand weapon. Or D, kusagari gama, a chain and sickle.
I'm going to say the clawed hand thing.
Very good. Yes. So, early straight swords, of course, were used in ancient Japan, mostly turned into curved katanas later on, and it is not associated with shinobi. Shuriken, often called throwing stars, these small concealed blades were used by various warriors, mainly for distraction, injury, and slowing opponents. Again, not typically used by shinobi. A clawed hand weapon worn like metal claws. Historical accounts associate these tools with covert agents for climbing, slashing, and catching weapons. And then finally, the kusari gama, a weapon consisting of a sickle attached with a chain with a weight, typically used in martial arts by some warriors, but not specifically associated with shinobi. Very good.
Everybody's going to walk away from this episode smarter for a change.
Yeah,
There we go.
we are ninja nerds.
All right, Donnie, you are up.
Let's go with the last category. The
Meaning of phrases.
There you go.
Origin of phrases. All right, question number 1. The phrase rule of thumb, meaning a rough guideline, likely originates from which practical craft tradition? A, medieval blacksmith measuring iron rods. B, brewers estimating mash temperatures with their thumb. C, carpenters using the width of their thumb as an approximate inch. Or D, sailors judging rope thickness by hand. Is not one of the choices.
Okay, so I say carpenter.
Is that your final answer?
Carpenter?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was like on Boondock Saints.
It is not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with carpentry, but I don't think that's right.
Very good, Donnie. Donnie gets a correct answer. It
Okay.
is carpentry. Very good.
That was awesome, man.
Phrase likely comes from craft traditions where workers use the width of their thumb as a rough measuring tool, particularly in woodworking and carpentry. Despite the popular myth, it does not originate from a law allowing men to beat their wives with a stick no wider than their thumb.
Boondock Saints lied to us.
No evidence for it. Yes. All right, Blue, you're up next.
Origin of phrases, please.
All right. Question number 2. The phrase to toe the line, meaning to follow rules strictly, originated in which setting? A, British Parliament voting procedures. B, boxing matches requiring fighters to stand in a starting line. C, military inspections. Or D, ships' captains lining up sailors for discipline.
British Parliament.
British Parliament, is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Donnie, would you like to steal?
That's a discipline type thing, and it's either military or the sea. I'm gonna say it's military.
C, military inspections. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. The answer is B, boxing matches requiring fighters to stand at a starting line. In the 19th century, boxing fighters were required to place their toes on a marked line in the ring before a round began. If they couldn't toe the line, they lost the match. The phrase evolved to meaning complying strictly with rules or authority.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, Donnie, you are up next.
Let's go with food and drink.
First question is, which of the following brands is not owned by the Coca-Cola Company? A, Dasani, B, Powerade, C, Dr. Pepper, or D, Minute Maid?
It's Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's not owned by they're independent.
Very good, Donaldo. 2 points for you. While Dasani's bottled water, Powerade, sports drink, and Minute Maid juice are all owned by the Coca-Cola Company, Dr. Pepper is not. Dr. Pepper is owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper, separate beverage company formed in 2018, although Coca-Cola distributes Dr. Pepper in some international markets, but does not own the brand.
And do you know how I know this? Because there is a Keurig Dr. Pepper warehouse or building distribution center in St. Louis.
You cheater.
Boo! Boo! Biased questions.
Oh, because I know my landmark. Sorry.
Mr. Pibb.
Pibb.
All right, Blue, you're up.
Wacky history.
All right, question number 1. Which of the following events happened first in history?
Oh, God.
A, the extinction of the woolly mammoth. B, the construction of Stonehenge. C, the completion of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Or D, the first Olympic Games in Greece.
Really?
Really?
Stonehenge.
Excellent choice, but you are incorrect.
Yeah.
I think the woolly mammoth thing is a trick question, so I'm going to go with the Pyramid of Giza.
Well done. Actually, Stonehenge is also a trick question as well, but
You mean, when did the aliens build it?
there you go. Right. So, Donnie, you get 1 point for the steal. The Great Pyramid was completed in 2560 BCE, making it older than the other options. Stonehenge dates to 2500 BCE. The first Olympic Games were held in 776 BCE, and a small population of woolly mammoths survived until 1650 BCE on Wrangel Island, meaning that mammoths were still alive long after the pyramids were built.
I know my stuff.
No, you don't.
All right. Donnie, you're up.
Let's go back to Ninja Vanish.
Question number 3. In which James Bond film does an assassin attempt to kill Bond by lowering poison down a thread towards his mouth while he sleeps? A, You Only Live Once. B, From Russia with Love. C, Goldfinger. Or D, Live and Let Die.
I have no clue. I've never seen any one of those. Let's go with Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die is a good choice, but it's wrong.
What was the C one?
Goldfinger.
I'll take that.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect as well. The correct answer is A, You Only Live Once. In You Only Live Once, James Bond is targeted by Spectre assassin who attempts to silent kill him by lowering poison down a thread towards Bond's mouth while he sleeps. Bond's ally, a.k.a, accidentally drinks the poison liquid instead and dies, foiling the assassination attempt.
If you've ever seen the movie Gross Point Blank with John Cusack, they do actually reenact that way of killing somebody.
Tegan85 just said that in the chat. So.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah. I don't have the chat up, so I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I know.
Love that movie.
All righty. Blue, I believe you're up.
Origin of phrases.
The phrase steal someone's thunder, meaning to take credit for someone else's idea, originated in which field? A, naval warfare. B, theatrical production. C, scientific experiments. Or D, political speeches.
Theatrical productions.
Very good.
That was my guess too, with the whole thunder thing.
Well. Explanation is in the early 1700s, playwright John Dennis invented a mechanical device to create thunder sound effects for his play. When the play failed, another theater later used his thunder machine without permission. Dennis reportedly exclaimed, "They will not let my play run, but they steal my thunder." The phrase stuck as a metaphor for someone taking someone else's idea for attention. All right, Donnie, you're up next.
Food and drink, please.
All right, which of the following is not a flavor currently produced by Manchurian Instant Ramen? A, chili. B, creamy chicken. C, roast beef, how topical. And D, tomato basil.
D, tomato basil.
Very good. Wow, look at the confidence.
I know my ramen, man. I know my ramen.
Don't need to do an explanation for that one. No. All right, Blue, you're up.
Let's wrap up the origin of phrases.
All right, the phrase deadline originally referred to what in the 19th century? A line printed on newspapers indicating the last submission time, a boundary in American Civil War prison camps that prisoners could not cross, a railroad construction target date, a military order requiring completion before execution.
Railroad.
I am sorry, that is incorrect.
I think newspaper would probably be the easier, obvious answer, but I'm going to go with military. Oh, I'm sorry, the execution one.
So D, a military order requiring completion before execution.
D.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. Correct answer is B, a boundary in American Civil War prison camps that prisoners could not cross. During the American Civil War, some prisoner camps were marked with a deadline inside the camp boundary. Prisoners who crossed the line were shot by the guards. The term later evolved in journalism and publishing to mean the final time something must be completed. All right, Donaldo.
Let's go ahead and close out Ninja.
We're going to make Ninja vanish.
Man.
All right. Which Japanese region is most historically associated with organized shinobi clans during the feudal era? A, Hokkaido, B, Iga, C, Kyushu, or D, Edo?
Give me a dart, man. A,
Hokkaido is incorrect.
Edo.
D, Edo is also incorrect. The answer is Iga. The mountainous Iga province is one of two regions mostly associated with historical shinobi groups. The terrain and relative independence of local families allowed covert tactics and espionage traditions to develop there.
Obviously,
of course.
Can we have a score update, please?
We can have a score update. Currently score is Donnie has 9 points and Blue has 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was closer than that.
All right, Blue, you're up.
Food and drink.
Food and drink it is. I notice we're kind of staying away from history a little bit. Question number 3. What was the original flavor of ketchup when it first appeared in early recipes? A, tomato, B, mushroom, C, anchovy, or D, plum?
Plums.
D, plum is incorrect. Donnie for the steal.
Tomato, mushroom, or anchovy?
Correct.
I mean, it's like tomato's a softball, but let's up tomato. Fine.
I'm sorry, that is also incorrect. The correct answer is mushroom. Early versions of ketchup weren't made from tomatoes at all. The word comes from a South Asian fermented sauce in which condiment reached Europe in the 1700s. Recipes often use mushroom as its base. Tomato ketchup didn't become popular until the early 1800s, and later companies like Heinz helped standardize the tomato version that dominates today.
I was going to say mushroom because tomato is a softball. It's like, yeah, that's the obvious one, but no, it's not going to be that one. Whatever.
All right, but you're up next.
Yeah. Hashtag winning.
What category would you like to go with, Donaldo?
Let's try wacky history.
All right, it's wacky history. According to legend, what unusual object helped spark a medieval war between two rival cities in northern Italy in the 1300s? A, a golden crown. B, a wooden bucket. C, an iron church bell. Or D, a wagon of wine?
A crown, a church bell, a bucket,
and a wagon of wine.
Hand me that bucket. Wagon of wine.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Blue, would you like to steal?
The bucket?
Very good. The bucket is correct.
Still only got 1 point, though.
It is true. She only got 1 point. It is known as the War of the Bucket, by the way. A conflict between the Italian cities of Bologna and Modena escalated after soldiers from Modena allegedly stole a wooden bucket from a well in Bologna as a trophy. While deeper political tensions already existed, the bucket became the famous symbol of the conflict and is still preserved in Modena today.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can go see the bucket.
Weird, wild stuff. We're going to go see a bucket.
All right, Blue, you're up. Food and drink and history are our only two remaining categories.
Food and drink.
Food and drink. So we're closing out food and drink. All right. Which of these foods is actually named after the country where it originated? A, French fries. B, German chocolate cake. C, Danish pastry. Or D, Swiss cheese.
I would have said none of these. Danish pastry.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
So it is the German chocolate cake or the Swiss cheese. And I will go with...
Are you just discounting French fries?
Well, I don't believe the fries were in the French. I believe that's the way that they are cut. So we will do the... My heart wants to say the German chocolate cake. It does. It really does. German chocolate cake.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Swiss cheese. It's Swiss cheese.
No, it's the fries.
French fries, despite the name, are mostly originated in Belgium, where fried potatoes were popular long before they became common in English. German chocolate cake, the dessert is actually American and named after Samuel German, an American chocolatier who developed a type of baking
That's misleading.
chocolate. Yep. Danish pastry, although strongly associated with Denmark, the style was originated and brought to Denmark by Austrian bakers in the 1800s. And Swiss cheese is from Switzerland.
Fuck. I know my cheeses. God damn it.
Apparently not.
All right, Blue. You don't have a choice. So we're going with question number 3 from history.
There's only 2 more left in history, correct?
Yep.
And the score is 9-5?
Correct.
Well, that means I can't win.
That does mean you
tie.
can't win.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I
5
can't.
plus
She
4?
would, if she gets it right and then she steals, it's only 3 points.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
So we're playing for funsies.
Check your attitude. Okay.
I'm sorry, man. Just trying to help you out.
All right. Question number 3. What strange incident connects the Hatfield-McCoy feud and a near war between the United States and British Canada in 1859? A disputed gold claim. B, the killing of a pig. C, the burning of a barn. Or D, a stolen horse.
Horse.
I am sorry, that is incorrect.
Is it the barn?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
Well, I'm telling you, it's that's my answer. Is the barn?
It is not a barn.
Okay.
It is the killing of a pig. Both disputes around argument over a pig. The Pig War of 1856 began when American farmers shot a pig owned by a British employee of the Hudson's Bay Company on San Juan Island, nearly triggering a conflict between the United States and Britain. Similarly, an argument over a pig helped escalate tensions in the Hatfield-McCoy feud as one of America's most famous family rivalries. All right. And Donnie, for the last question.
Calling my shot. Home run right here.
Are you gambling all of your points?
No, I'm not doing that at all.
I like this idea.
All right. Which conflict is remembered as the shortest war in recorded history, lasting less than an hour? A, the Anglo-Zanzibar War. B, the Six-Day War. C, the Russo-Georgian War. Or D, the Crimean War.
6-Day War.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
You know you got it wrong because Ryan smacks his lips a certain way.
Yeah. It's like, son of a.
You don't even have to wait till he
It's
says
the
anything.
trigger.
It's like, I'm sorry. That's not it. A.
A is correct. All right,
That's a consolation
so-
prize.
Yeah.
So our final score being 9-6, but the Anglo-Zanzibar War took place on August 27th of 1896 between the the United Kingdom and the Sultanate of Zanzibar. After a new sultan refused to step down following a British ultimatum, British warships bombarded the palace. The entire conflict lasted about 38 to 45 minutes, making it the shortest recorded war in history. So, just to add insult to injury, I do have a bonus question.
Okay.
Is it worth 3 points?
It could be. You know what? It.
No. That's the bonus question.
I know. All right. Donnie wins this one. Let's give a round of applause for Donnie. Great job today.
Thank you.
So the bonus question was, beginning in the Middle Ages, a butt was approximately 108 gallons of wine. How many hogsheads were there in a butt? So it's going to be that like closest to the number kind of thing.
12.
12 hogsheads. Okay, Blue.
17.
I'm sorry, you're both way off. The answer is 2.
Oh,
Well, I was closer though.
Everybody knows it takes 2 hogsheads to fill a butt.
Okay.
Again, your mornings start way different than mine.
Well, that's all the time we have for trivia today. Thank you all for stopping by. Congratulations to Donnie. But guess what? You're both winners in my book.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Yeah. You were a good teammate today.
What? These are both questions.
No.
These are all okay. Okay, I thought you were saying I was like helping him out. I was like, no.
No, that's what your parents told you when you sucked ass at the game. You were a good teammate today.
Way to go, you.
You hustled.
All right. As your winner and your host, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank you for listening to episode 203 of Gamers Week Podcast, and a big thank you to the Retro Game Club Podcast, Love Retro BTW, Pixel Pod Production Company, and absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress, for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Gamers Week PC. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week Podcast, where we will record live every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com. Or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamersweek. And finally, since you made it all the way to the end of this episode, please leave us a rating and a review to let us know how we did. We really do value your feedback. And while you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Now, do we all know what this means? Since I won trivia tonight, that means Blue has been beaten twice.
See, you guys keep saying that as if the two of you get to combine to beat me twice. But then which one of you would be Trivia Daddy?
We're Siamese trivia daddies.
There's only one Daddy medallion. And I can't send it to both of you if you're able to beat me again.
Just cut it in half. It's a deck and then a
we are not Judgment of Solomoning the Daddy medallion.
I'll take the top part.
No.
That is a good question, though, because we're both working together to try and take her down. And I know it has to be 3 in a row. It can't be like, oh, we beat her twice and then she wins the next one. It's like, okay, she lost the third or the fourth one. She loses the title. It has to be 3 in a row.
So it's 3 in a row, and then you and I go head to head.
I like that. We have to take her down first, and then you and I, and then she sets up trivia questions for both of us.
I like it.
You two are so cute when you're doing all your little scheming.
Oh, stop.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for us this evening. We will be back here on Monday night for a playthrough of some sorts, and then back again on Wednesday. So take care. Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys next week. Adios, muchachos.
Adios, muchachos.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I brought the notes up, and the color just did not It didn't hit me. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm hosting. I don't have anything planned. That's
Pink doesn't
awesome.
mean anything to you?
Is that pink?
It's been pink the whole time.
Can you see the color better when you do the dad look over your top of your glasses? Then you can see the color better.
No, I actually can't, but I don't know why I did that. Sorry.
You tried it a few times, so I thought maybe it was helping.
Because sometimes, like you see it in the movies or a show that helps people, I figured I'd give it a shot.
Do you turn down the radio when you're trying to read a street sign?
I do turn down the radio not when I'm trying to read, but when I'm trying to focus.
I'm also guilty of this. So I can't make fun of Donnie.
I can make fun of both of you.
Of course.
I can make fun of the fact that it's 203 episodes and he just realized it.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. This is the unscripted, patron-only bonus cast with less editing and more dirty jokes. We don't know where the conversation will go, but we're sure it will be weird.
This fish just went right on my nipple, and I'm just like,
I Google Street Fighter 6. The first search result that comes up is people think they can see Ryu's dick in the Street Fighter 6 reveal.
Listen up here, kids. You're not going to want to get one of those VD-STDs things, right? Make it fall off. When you go, grab a pro. You'll be doing it for America.
that was perfect.
If you want to hear weekly episodes of our patron-only bonus cast, join us at patreon.com/gamersweek.